Okay, in question number 1, part A, you have to complete the following program to display the value of A, display the value of A, value of B, value of array C, and values of array D. And you have to display their addresses as well. For array A, both the value and address should be displayed as shown over here. For value or for variable B, both again the value and address should be displayed at the output as shown over here. For array C, each element should be displayed. The value of each element is to be displayed as well as their address. So you can see over here the value of C0 is A and its address should also be displayed at the output. Similarly, the value of C1 is B and its address should also be displayed at the output. So each value and their corresponding address should be displayed at the output by this program. So you have to complete the program and carry out this task using the concept of pointers. The same case is with the array D. Array D is an array containing integers. It contains only two integers, 1 and 2, and the third element is the null character. Okay, in part B, you have to repeat the above task. That is, you have to print this at the output, but this time you have to use function foo. You have to use this function foo, which is again incomplete. This function should take the addresses of each of the variables and arrays. इस क्वेश्चन में जितने भी वेरिएबल्स हैं और जितने भी अरे के वो एलिमेंट्स हैं उन सब के एड्रेसेस जो हैं वो पास होने चाहिए एज आर्गुमेंट्स टू दैट फंक्शन foo, and this function foo should be responsible to print line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. ये सारा काम जो है all of these printing tasks are to be done by the function foo. So part A and part B are pretty much similar to each other, except that you have to use function foo in part B. In question number 2, in question number 2, you have to complete this program again so that you get the output as shown over here, and the output basically displays the value of each of the variables and the elements of the array C. And note that we have used dereferencing operator steric to print the value of A. Similarly, to print the value of A, you can use simple A as well. So both are valid. You can use both of them to print the value of A. Similarly, you can use the dereferencing operator with a pointer or simply the name of the variable to print the value of variable B. Similar is the story for array C, and the program is incomplete and you have to complete it using the concept of pointer. Okay, in part A of question number 3, again you have to complete the program and you have to find out the sum of A and B. Find out the sum of A and B and store the sum in variable C, and then display the sum at the output. So the sum should be 3 and this 3 should be displayed at the output. But you have to use the concept of pointers. You have to use pointers to calculate the sum you have to use pointer to store the value of sum or store the sum, and you have to use pointer to display the sum. So all these three tasks are to be done using pointers. Whereas in part B, you have to use this function to display the sum, and this function should accept the addresses of A, B and C as arguments. So add, you will write add, and it should contain address of A, address of B and address of C as arguments to print the sum 3. So you have to calculate, store and display. All these three tasks are to be done using pointer. In question number 4, two floating numbers are given. 3.25 is stored in A, 5.75 is stored in B, and you have to swap their values. You have to change you have to change their values. You have to swap it. Swap का मतलब ये है कि the meaning of swap means that A should contain the value of B and B should contain the value of C. Clear? And you have to use this, you have to do this task using function swap, and swap should again accept the addresses of A and B. You have to do this task using pointers. So you have to pass the address of A and B to this function, and this function should swap the values of A and B. It should interchange the values of A and B, change the positions of A and B, and the final output should look like this. In question number 5, you have to find the cube of a number. You have to find the cube of a number using function cube, and it should accept the address of the number whose cube is to be found. तो जिस नंबर का क्यूब आप फाइंड करने जा रहे हैं उसका एड्रेस आपने पास करना है फंक्शन क्यूब को, एंड द हिंट इज यूज पास बाय रेफरेंस कॉन्सेप्ट टू फाइंड द क्यूब ऑफ द नंबर. ठीक है. So today's manual is a very short manual. You can complete it within 1 hour. But the concepts used in today's experiment are very important, and you should spend time in grasping those concepts, understanding them and grasping them. Okay, in question number 6, you have to determine the output of the following code. Code is given. Again, pointer concept is being used over here. You have to determine the output. It's a very simple program. Try to determine its output without using computer. And in question number 7, you have to complete the following code to print the length of a string using the concept of pointer. So the length of the string is to be determined, and for example, how are you? What is the length of this string? You have to complete this program so that you have to complete this function basically, so that the length of the string is displayed at the output. So that's it from my side. If you have any question, you can ask.
सर ये पास बाय रेफरेंस और पास बाय वैल्यू एक दफा बता दें काइंडली.
Okay, in say for example, you have a program int main, and say for example you have defined an integer 5, and you want to modify its value. And the function is defined over here, void modify integer a plus plus. Okay, so now what will happen when this function will be called, जब ये function जो है ये इसको call किया जाएगा, this 5 will be passed to this a, and basically this a or this 5 will be passed to this function modify. A copy will be created. A is equal to 5. When you write a is equal to 5, 5 is stored in the memory of the computer. But when this function will be called, जब ये function कॉल किया जाएगा, जब इसको कॉल किया जाएगा तो क्या होगा, 5 की एक कॉपी जो है बनाई जाएगी, 5 की एक और कॉपी जो है वो बनाई जाएगी, and this copy will be passed to a. So this is the original value 5 and this is its copy. This is original value, this is the original piece, and this is the copied piece. So when this function is executed, a plus plus, 5 will be converted to 6. This 5 will be converted to 6. The original 5 will not be converted to 6. This 5 will be converted to 6. So you have to keep this thing in mind. So this type of passing the arguments is called pass by value. Pass by value. In pass by value, what happens? The function does not modify the variable defined in the main function. It does not change the original value. It does not change the original value of the variable. It creates a copy and passes that copy as argument to the function being called, which uses that function. ठीक है? This is called pass by value. जबकि पास बाय रेफरेंस में क्या होता है? पास बाय रेफरेंस, if you define a variable, say int a is equal to 5, and if you want to modify its value, modify, if you want to modify its value, say you have to pass the address, you have to pass the address of a, and this should be a pointer, say b, it's a pointer. ठीक है? So what you can do is you can write value of b is equal to value of b plus 1. Okay, now what will happen? Address of a will be passed to b. The address of a, so you have created a variable which contains 5 and say its address is 100. Now what will happen? This 100 will be passed to variable b. So b will contain 100. b के अंदर जो है वो 100 स्टोर होगा और 100 जो है वो एड्रेस है. किसका एड्रेस है? 5 का एड्रेस है, a का एड्रेस है. ठीक है? And now inside the function you are changing the value of b, you are increasing the value of b by 1. So static b means value of b plus 1. So value of b is 5. The value of b is 5. Value of this address 100 is 5. So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. So value of b is now the value of b is equal to 6. and you are modifying the original value 6. 5 now will become 6. In the previous case, the copied value was modified. The copied value was modified. Original value stayed intact. Whereas in this case, the original value is being modified. Original value को modify किया जा रहा है, and इस तरह के आर्गुमेंट्स को जो आप पास कर रहे हैं, इसको हम कहते हैं पास बाय रेफरेंस. दिस इज कॉल्ड pass by reference. The mode in which the address is being passed to a variable so that you are modifying the value of some variable, this mode is called pass by reference. In pass by reference, you are passing the address of a variable and that variable is being modified डायरेक्टली. इसमें कोई कॉपी जो है वो क्रिएट नहीं हो रही और आप डायरेक्टली उसको एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, उसको चेंज कर सकते हैं, उसके साथ उसको ऐड कर सकते हैं, मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So this is the main difference between pass by value and pass by reference. In pass by value, copy is being created, whereas in pass by reference, no copy is being created. Rather, you have direct access to the value A. Clear है? ये बात की समझ आ गई आपको?
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
ठीक है, तो आप खुद बताएं कि क्या डिफरेंस है, जल्दी से बताएं.
सर पास बाय वैल्यू में कॉपी बनेगी और जो चेंजिंग वगैरह करेंगे वो कॉपी वाले में ही होगी चेंजिंग.
हाँ
ओरिजिनल
बिल्कुल,
वाले को कोई कुछ नहीं होगा.
ओरिजिनल वाले में कुछ नहीं
और
होगा. बिल्कुल
जो रेफरेंस वाले में अगर उसको कोई चेंजिंग करेंगे तो ओरिजिनल भी चेंज हो जाएगा.
ठीक है, सही है. ओके okay okay. So this was it for today's this is it for today's lab, and as announced by Mr. Ali Shafiq that from this lab onwards you have to complete the lab experiments, and I don't know, maybe you have to record using webcam, you have to record yourself, you have to explain something, I think, and you have to submit it to the TAs. So you will get 1 week to complete each lab experiment, and you have to submit the recordings and all the stuff to the TAs, and they will evaluate you. And this task will carry maybe 10 to 20 marks in the lab, while the rest of the 80 marks will be reserved for the evaluations. There will be 4 evaluations and they will be assigned 80% marks. The rest of 20% marks will be assigned for the lab manual tasks, which you will record and submit to the TAs. So from now onwards you have to follow the advice given by Mr. Ali Shafiq regarding assignments. अलहदा से assignments नहीं मिलेगी आपको, बस आपने लैब एक्सपेरिमेंट्स पे फोकस करना है, उनको अच्छे तरीके से कंप्लीट करके सबमिट करना है टीएस को, एंड दे विल इवैल्यूएट यू. ठीक है. So if you don't have any question, you can leave the meeting, and that's it from my side. Thank you very much.
आप एक एग्जांपल सॉल्व कर